If you flip the perspective then, looking at it from the defensive standpoint, have you seen enough of this scheme, enough of your players learning it, that you can measure whether you feel like they're better than last year, they're a better defense?
Oh, we'll be a better defense because, number one, our run support will be so much better. We'll cup the ball better. We'll be better at the fundamentals. And we know that as we went through the season, as we became more fundamentally sound, we saw how our defense improved each and every week. But we'll be better there. We'll be better at taking away the football because it's an emphasis every single day. I'll tell you, last year before we went to team, and this is not better or worse, but this is just a different emphasis. Before we went to team, we would defensively spend 5 minutes on our pressures. We spent 5 minutes today before we went to team on stripping the football and getting the football out. I mean, so it's just a different mentality in terms of teaching the fundamentals. Today we spent 25 minutes in different segments during the practice on how to get the ball out, how to get the ball out in different fashions, how to stay on your feet and not jump, and getting in the face of the quarterback and making short windows on 3rd and 4 to 6, so it's a difficult throw. So fundamentally, we'll be better. Fundamentally, from a run support standpoint, all of those areas, not giving up the big play. How that translates, your players still have to make plays. But I know going into the season, we'll be smarter and we'll be fundamentally sound. And I think if we walk away from every game and go, dang, that's a smart defense, and that's fundamentally sound. With the players that we have, I got to envision that that's probably going to be pretty good.
Coach, along those same lines, obviously, the defense is going to be, Coach Oakland talked about it's going to hire. Defensive line is going to be asked to do a lot more from a production disruption standpoint. Long way to go before Temple, but coming from January, you've got a lot of kids. Coaches talk about they like the talent, but there's not a lot of proven production at that spot. Where have they come? Where are they right now, starting from January? And what are the kind of the next things you need to see from that group that you're kind of on your way to get there?
Well, what we're getting right now is the younger players starting to show themselves. Okora, you're starting to see Khalid Kareem. You're starting to see Micah Treadway. You're starting to see some of those younger players. Dalen Hayes, we're cross-training Jameer Jones inside and on the edge and 3rd down. We're seeing some young athletic players that are, adding to our defense. And then the fundamentals that I talked to in terms of, we had a couple of knock balls down on 3rd and 4 to 6 today because they're being talked about what's going to happen on 3rd and 4 to 6. Probably a quick game. Don't need to rush the quarterback, need to get your hands up. Right? And then there was sprint out. We're not jumping and losing contain, but we're staying on our feet. So it's the combination of fundamentals and knowing down and distance and getting some of those young athletic players in a position where they can impact. And what I like about Mike is he's putting guys in a position when they're needed. And it might be specific to a particular down and distance in front and not having to train them in everything that we do.